Hello, everybody. Understanding is everything. I had a person that I tried to engage with who is a MAGA supporter, a complete and utter disappointment and moron. But anyway, and mainly a moron because he looks like us and just not smart at all. And I was saying about all of the things that Trump has been throwing out there about trying to forego and ignore um, elections that are coming up. And so his response was, well, it's not what he says, it's what he does, which was so stupid. Because number one, that idiot always throws out the wildest accusations, the wildest things, and he does it so that when he does something, people will say, oh, we didn't think, we didn't know. He catches everybody off guard. But it's just like all of the most ridiculous things that he has done, he has first said that he was going to do them. So we cannot afford to sit back and wait. There are so many people in this country that are so backwards and ignorant and rude and stupid and backwoods. And I say that because they come out here attacking me. So you have a lot of white people who have been wanting to say things like this. They feel like the country has been taken from them, although they came in and stole it, and there was already people here, and yet they lied and say they discovered it. They feel entitled, although they use black people to build America, and yet they don't want to give you credit. They don't want to give. They don't want us to have our reparations or anything. So you still have that to deal with. And then they think that everybody owes them something, but yet they call us entitled and they say we're lazy because we refuse to work for free. So you have so many things going on and so many people attacked, but yes, they are ignorant. Because to think that the government is supposed to just work when it wants to work and for the people it wants to, that is taxation without representation. That's literally the same thing that made us disconnect from England. So when we disconnected from England, it's because we wanted to live our way, and government was not supposed to be in everything. Literally, the Republicans were the ones always saying less government. And literally, the Republicans in these last 5 years, when they overturned Roe versus Wade, when they made sure about trying to get prayer in schools or the 10 Commandments, and yet you won't stop gun control, but you want to control how people think, you want to control how they live. And the Republicans are the nastiest. Most of those people in the Epstein files are some of the richest people and the nastiest, and they're Republicans. Republicans were the ones that really started doing a lot of the immigration because the wealthy were bringing people over under the auspices of saying a better life, but they would sneak immigrants in, and as they snuck them in, they would make them servants and slaves and keep them in their house, and they could have cheap labor while they live this rich life. Yeah, a lot of those people that are saying things and talking, go look in some of their houses. Go look in what they're doing. So we have to watch everything that this fool says, and you have to keep up, and you have to make a noise, and you have to be intentional, and you have to watch, and you have to watch history. You have to understand it. You got to follow the money, and you got to think, because this man is trying to stay in the office forever, and we cannot have that. It's bad enough that he got a second term, but we need to make sure it's his last term, and then we need to send him to the fiery pits of hell from which he arose. We need to make sure that we never hear him again anywhere ever in life. We need to make sure, because he unlocked a lot of hate that was already out there and made it comfortable for people to say and do anything, which is not what the First Amendment is all about. Not only that, this man is single-handedly opening up doors and wounds, and yet white America, those that, when we spell America with the three Ks, they want us to be silent. You have ICE officials, they're not trained. They are nothing. They cover their face talking about they're not sure how they would fit in regular society. Well, if you're so proud of what you're doing, why are you hiding? I have always found that to be ignorant, cowardly, anything but intriguing, anything but right. No, we have a right to face our accusers. That's another right. So whenever we can't see you and yet you want to push your way in and you have no real authority, you have no search warrants, you have nothing, we have to wonder, is this really what we want patrolling the streets? And I'll tell you it's not. So the political fight, civil rights is still a fight, and you have got to speak up because it may be one group of people today, but this administration uses his authority to just go after anybody that says anything about him. And his people and his flock and his fools that follow him, they try to do the same thing. But I told you, MAGA, I'm not the one or the two. It's been your girl, Candy with Kim. We're going to keep fighting for our rights.